My name is Grace, and today I'll be talking about the SDAIE strategy of using reference charts. So to begin with, SDAIE is a teaching approach that allows English learners to access the standard curriculum through various different strategies. So the specific one I'll be talking about will be reference charts. So what are reference charts? Reference charts are any posters that have useful information on them, and they can be used in a variety of ways. One is that it can assist teachers during direct instruction by providing a visual of what they're saying to the students. Another way is that students can refer to it during independent work so they don't have to constantly ask the teacher for assistance. This can also help them to build their self-esteem and to feel more independent while they're working. It should be clear and purposeful so that students can quickly process the information. If the reference chart is too cluttered, it'll be difficult for students to understand what's going on the reference chart. It can also engage students with the material because it's visually appealing. And there are certain benefits of using reference charts. So one is that English language learners can use it to comprehend the material better because it has more visuals for them to see and less text for them to read. It's also beneficial for visual learners because they can picture the content. So their learning style requires them to visually see the information, which reference charts will allow them to do. And it can also be a reference tool to support all students. So research has shown that the greater number of times a student sees the information, the greater the chance they will have of retaining the information. And so the following are examples of how reference charts can be used. So if you are teaching language arts, you can have a reference chart for essay structures or punctuation or grammar. If you're in the math classroom, you can have one for unit measurement or steps for problem solving. And in science, you can have a reference chart for the scientific method or the periodic table. And in history, you can have a reference chart for timelines and types of government. But reference charts aren't limited to just certain types of subjects. It can be used in a variety of different ways. So one is that you can have a reference chart for different types of classroom behavior. So there might be one for how you want students to behave when they come into your classrooms in the morning. Another one is to have a reference chart for study habits that you would like your students to develop over the course of the school year. And so right behind me, I actually have a reference chart of different types of colors. So this might be beneficial for the lower elementary school grades, particularly kindergarten or first grade. So it has the name of each of the different colors. So this one says red, orange, yellow. It also has the color in this box, and there are different objects that fit that color. So for instance, in this orange one, there's an orange pumpkin. In this blue one, there's a blue butterfly. And so teachers can use this while they're doing their direct instruction on colors so that students can visually see the information. It can also be put up somewhere in the classroom during independent practice so that students can visually see the information as well and be able to process the information on their own time. And by leaving it up during the rest of the unit, students can continue to engage with the material as well. And that is the SDAIE strategy of using reference charts. It's a beneficial way to allow all English language learners as well as other students to process the material in a way that is beneficial to them.